Evening peeps, good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Alright, let's get straight to the breaking news. It's been a crazy week in the world of boxing, and it's just got a bit crazier. Oleksandr Usyk will fight May 23rd in Egypt. I don't think there's ever been a heavyweight title fight in Egypt. I don't think there's been a title fight in Egypt. He will take on the kickboxer Rico Verhoeven. Yeah, that's happening. You know what's interesting? What I've just seen here. It says Oleksandr Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven for the WBC Heavyweight title. It doesn't say anything about the other belts. Obviously, Fabio Wardley is the WBO champion. So what's the situation with the IBF and the WBA? Is Oleksandr Usyk vacating them? Did those sanctioning bodies not agree to this? Maybe the latter, right? Yeah, this is wild. AJ was scheduled, or at least there was a lot of talk about AJ fighting Rico Verhoeven. That was going to be the fight after Jake Paul, and then I guess it was going to be Tyson Fury. Obviously, with AJ out, Oleksandr Usyk steps in and will take on one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. I'm actually quite a big kickboxing fan, so I know quite a lot about him. I've watched a few of his fights over the years. They used to call him the Prince of Kickboxing, and then he elevated to the King of Kickboxing. I mean, he's a very, very, very good kickboxer who's got decent hands. I can't lie to you. It's funny, yeah? When they said that AJ was going to fight Rico, I was like, I'm serious, by the way. I was like, I didn't like the idea of AJ fighting him for some weird reason, just because he's got a granite chin, he's got decent hands, he's a big lump, he's about 20 stone, 6'5", so he's a big boy. But AJ's not Oleksandr Usyk, right? I mean, where AJ isn't where Oleksandr Usyk is. Oleksandr Usyk's the #1 heavyweight in the world, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. AJ, this stage of his career, certainly isn't that. So I guess it makes the matchup appear even more strange. Look, I like the idea of going to Egypt, by the way. I think it's good when boxing goes to different places in the world. I think these are events that you remember. There was some talk about Oleksandr Usyk signing with Zuffa. I prayed and had my fingers crossed that it was going to be Oleksandr Usyk versus Ade Gman. Now, some of you might be right here. You're like, oh, one second. Oleksandr Usyk's done everything asked of him, whether that be as an amateur, whether that be in the cruiserweight division, and so far in the heavyweight division. Give him one. And I kind of see the argument for that. Look, I'm not saying I like it. I kind of see the argument for it. Tyson Fury had one, didn't he? Tyson Fury had a knock against Francis Ngannou as a heavyweight champion. So I don't see much difference between that and this, although that got critiqued as well. AJ, I guess, had one against Jake Paul. Again, I didn't see... I mean, people were complaining, but he still went and did it. So, look, Oleksandr Usyk has entertained me for, nearly a decade. And I always find it difficult, and I think I said this before in a video, I find it difficult to say anything negative about Oleksandr Usyk. Anything negative at all. Would I like him to stay more busy? Yes. Would I like him to fight the next man up? Absolutely. But I don't think I'm going to crucify him for doing this. I don't. Maybe I should. And I think a lot of you guys in the comment section, look, again, feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I think a lot of you might crucify him for doing it. But when someone has become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world twice, cruiserweight champion, Olympic gold medalist, world championship gold medalist, you can have one. You can have one. And then we'll see if he falls back into the routine of fighting the next man up. Again, look, let me not pretend I'm not disappointed it's not Ade Gman, but as soon as I started hearing whispers about Ade Gman having another fight in Germany and it not being Usyk, I was already kind of making my mind that Usyk was going to go down this route. Again, AJ was going to go down this route. You know, Rico doesn't have a chance in hell, does he? If we're being brutally honest there, like, he's taken on, I mean, Oleksandr Usyk is godlike. Rico will have no fear, right? I mean, he's going to come in, and stylistically, Oleksandr Usyk is going to have to figure him out a bit because his stance is going to be different. everything's going to be different, but this is the great Oleksandr Usyk. But look, that's what's just been confirmed, people. That has just been confirmed. What's the date again? The date is, the poster here says live at the pyramids of Giza. Was it Giza? Have I got it right? 23rd of May, Egypt, WBC World Heavyweight Championship. Again, very intrigued as to why the WBA and the IBF are not involved in this. Be interesting to know. But I've just seen that just popped up, and I was like, oh, 1 second. Sorry to interrupt the video, but this is very important, and I'll be quick. If you're one of these people that watch the channel and don't hit that subscribe button, or forgot to hit that subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. It's really important. It will help grow the channel. I am trying to chuck different types of content on the channel as well. I am trying to get to 200,000 subscribers. I know it sounds crazy, but who knows, right? By the end of the year, and I need you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. All right, back to the video. It's a ring card, obviously, alongside the zone, so there is no Zuffa to this, which would have got more people talking. But yeah, that's what's happening. They've released a bit of a statement here. Basically just saying icon versus icon, which they are in different sports, but they are. I wonder why, I wonder what's the want to kind of give Rico a chance. There won't be many that know Rico. I think a lot knew Francis Ngannou because the UFC is ultimately so much bigger than Glory. That's where Rico used to fight, Glory Kickboxing. Like, it's known in Europe, Glory. So many fighters have come from there. Alistair Overeem's come from, like, so many fighters have come from Glory, but the UFC was known, so we all knew who Francis Ngannou was. So that's why that didn't appear too bad. It was like, who's the baddest man on the planet? Is it Fury? Is it Ngannou? This doesn't quite have that same ring to it. So I do wonder what's the association with Rico. What's Turkey's, like, because ultimately it's Turkey that kind of signs this off, right? Is there a history there between the two? Did he like watching Rico growing up? It's interesting to know where Rico's just come from. But yeah, look, he's 36. I think he's got something like 10 defeats, which might sound a lot, but it's not a lot in kickboxing, trust me, and something like 76 wins. He is one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. So maybe they are building it as, again, icon versus icon, one of the greatest boxers of all time versus one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. The only problem for Rico is that this is happening in a boxing ring. So yeah, good luck to him. But yeah, May 23rd. I wonder what Caballero does now. I'm thinking that Caballero fights an opponent like he fought before, but just a couple of notches up. Obviously, we've got the Okoli versus Joker fight. So those were two possible opponents for Caballero. They're fighting each other. Or maybe Hrgović. David Adelaide's out there as well. I mean, there are a few opponents that he can fight. All right, let's have a quick look and see if there is anything before we shut down. The football channel, Ade Talks Football. Link is in the description. I sat down with Rory Jennings. That video is up. We spoke about Liverpool. Please go and give that a watch. Go and subscribe to the channel as well. Very important. The target is 5,000 subscribers. Very different to the boxing channel. But we are going to grow it slowly but surely. It will get there, trust me. We've got a bit of a sleeper, you know, guys. I am doing a fight card in Derby tomorrow, which has gone completely under the radar. It's a British and Commonwealth welterweight title fight. That's the main attraction. Owen Cooper is taking on Konstantin Urso from Moldova, but has been in the country for so long, hence why he can fight for the British title. Based in Plymouth now. This guy's unbeaten. I believe 14-0, 6 knockouts. Owen Cooper's fought the better fighters. Remember, he had that war with Eko Usman, beat Chris Congo as well. It's a very decent fight. Again, it's going under the radar. It's almost like a next-gen card, but ultimately, it's a British and Commonwealth welterweight title. So if you can, make sure you tune into the zone. It'll be me, Barry Jones, the crew, me, Barry Jones, Darren Barker, etc. So yeah, we're doing that one tomorrow. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the big news, people. Oleksandr Usyk is back. He will defend his WBC title, and he is going to take on the kickboxer Rico Verhoeven. Boxing's in a mad place right now, man. I'm just here to enjoy it and not ruffle any feathers. Peace.